Page 28. Minerals in Earth's crust. In the Bible, minerals are called treasures hid in the sand, Deuteronomy chapter 33 verse 19, and a stone most precious, Revelation 21 verse 11. Minerals make up all types of rock and stone, from the finest grains of sand to the most valuable diamond. Many kinds of minerals used as precious stones or jewels are mentioned in the Bible. The Old Testament high priest had 12 precious stones on his breastplate. King David wore a crown of gold that had precious jewels in it. He also stored up many precious stones of various colors for the decoration of the temple. Some minerals are more valuable than others. It can be difficult to tell which minerals are valuable and which are not. However, if we learn how to identify minerals by their characteristics, we will be able to know which are valuable and which are not. There are about 2,000 kinds of minerals found in Earth's crust. Only about 100 are common minerals. These common minerals are divided into two categories. 1. Native minerals. Native minerals are minerals made up of only one element. Not many rocks are made up of native minerals because most elements exist in a compound with at least one other element. Gold is a native mineral and is found either in veins among rocks or as grains of dust in streams and rivers. Gold has always been a precious metal. In Matthew chapter 2 verse 11, we read that the wise men presented unto him, Jesus, gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. The wise men knew that Jesus was a king, and gold was a gift for a king. Gold has always been used as money. The price of nearly everything is compared to the price of gold. Because gold does not lose its shiny quality, it is also used for jewelry and decoration. When the children of Israel came out of Egypt, God told them to ask their Egyptian neighbors for jewels of silver and gold. Later, when the tabernacle was to be constructed, the Israelites gave their gold and jewels to be made into decorations for the tabernacle. The pieces of gold were melted down. Then the soft gold was beaten into thin sheets. The walls and furniture in the tabernacle were covered with the sheets of gold. The tabernacle must have been beautiful with these fine gold decorations. King Solomon also used gold in abundance in building the temple. Gold was used in the tabernacle and the temple because its purity represented the holy nature of God. Gold is rare and expensive here in this world, but someday all believers will walk on streets of gold. Revelation 21 describes the New Jerusalem, and in verse 21 we read, "And the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass." Silver is another native mineral. Though not as expensive as gold, it is a precious metal. Silver was also used in the construction of the tabernacle. Silver has been used as money in many countries. Silver is soft and can be melted and molded to make such items as dishes, silverware, and jewelry. However, many silver items being produced today are not made of solid silver. Instead, they are plated with a thin silver coating or are filled with silver. Silver is also used in electrical products, and it is even used in medicines. Page 29. Silver is less expensive than gold, but it is also less desirable. Over time, silver develops a black coating, which means it has to be polished. Another native mineral, copper, is often used for making coins. Copper is an excellent conductor of electricity and is used to conduct electricity into houses and machines. Copper is also used in making dishes, pots, pans, jewellery, and household decorations. The world places much value on these native minerals, but believers must never forget what God views as more valuable than gold or silver. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise value of it, wisdom and understanding, is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 13 and 14. Page 30. Diamond is a native mineral that most people recognise, and it is one of the hardest substances known to man. When a diamond is cut and polished, it is very beautiful and sparkles with great brilliance. Because of their brilliance, diamonds are one of the most admired jewels. Notice the shape and brilliance of the diamonds pictured here. Because of its qualities of hardness and brilliance, diamond is the most expensive of the native minerals. Diamond is actually carbon. When you think of carbon, you may think of coal, a black, rock-like material that releases energy when burned. However, when tremendous heat and pressure are placed on carbon, diamond crystals develop. The hardness of diamond crystals makes them excellent abrasives that can be used in industry. Not all native minerals are as hard as diamond. Sulfur is softer and breaks much more easily. An amazing thing about sulfur is that it will burn. However, when sulfur burns, it gives off a poisonous gas. Sulfur is a yellow colour and is found in abundance in its native form. Compound minerals. Although native minerals are more precious and expensive, compound minerals are the most common minerals. The most abundant of all compound minerals are silicates. The name silicate is given to this type of compound because silicate minerals are made of silicon and oxygen compound combined with a metal. The most familiar form of silicate is quartz. Earlier in this piece, we discussed a type of igneous rock that is very plentiful, called granite. Because granite is composed partly of quartz, quartz is one of the most abundant minerals on Earth. The sand found in deserts contains mostly tiny grains of quartz. Quartz can be colourless, or it can have many different colours. Some types of quartz are beautiful. When cut and polished, quartz makes an attractive jewel. Oxides are a special type of compound mineral. Do you remember studying about rust? When oxygen combines with iron, it forms an oxide called rust. Any metal that combines with oxygen forms an oxide. Most of the metals used in industry are mined in the form of oxides. Although most metals are mined as oxides, some are mined as sulfides. A sulfide is another type of compound mineral. A metal that combines with sulfur forms a sulfide. The most common sulfide is iron sulfide. Iron sulfide has a shiny colour and has sometimes been mistaken for gold. It is often called fool's gold. The last group of compound minerals we will study is the carbonate group. A carbonate is a compound that releases carbon dioxide gas when it combines with an acid. Calcite is a common carbonate. Calcite is most commonly found in limestone and marble. Because calcite is a carbonate, it can be identified by an acid test. An acid will bubble and produce carbon dioxide when placed on calcite.